Okay, so I always do the stupid clapping thing. If you read your messages, you will know which one
I know.
you are doing files.
I just didn't know it was in that order.
Oh, now you're putting on your proper voice. Okay. Right. Stop clapping. Stop clapping.
Summer, summertime. Drums, please.
Okay. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm joined with I'm with Carmel.
How do you say hello in a different language?
What language?
I wanted to speak German there. Is that a
thing? Wow.
Hello.
Okay, I guess we'll stick to English. Or you can speak French. No.
I ain't gonna lie. I haven't got time right now.
For French?
No.
But you speak it at home.
But I wanted to speak German in this moment because I felt like that's what I wanted to channel.
Okay, I guess we're going to channel some German stuff on this channel today. I don't know. Right, so this video is all about, you know, being a black woman in the workplace. So we work in totally two different fields. I'm in education.
I'm a project officer in a healthcare company.
So she's more like on that corporate side and I'm more like on the whatever, I don't know side. I don't really know how to explain it. But just about our experiences of being a black woman in the workplace. So one of the things that I want to touch on, first of all, is changing your hairstyle.
Oh.
Hair.
Can you even do it in peace?
That's what I'm trying to say. Like I've had experiences of when, I don't know, oh my gosh, your hair's grown really long all of a sudden. And I'm like,
oh, why don't you do that then? Like, do you stitch it in or do you glue it in?
Doesn't that hurt your scalp?
Sis, you could have mind your business. You could have mind
no, but it's annoying because sometimes I'm not gonna lie. I feel like, especially when I take out take off my wig or take out my weave or my braids or whatever, and then I'm just like, okay, I'm going in with my natural hair now. Then it's like, I don't know. I get a bit of anxiety. I think sometimes.
Yeah, it's just that the questions that I'm going to ask and how long did it take, or why do you prefer having your hair this way,
or when they want to touch your hair. That's what I don't like. When they want to touch my hair, like I'm not some animal that you pet.
I've paid my money to have this.
I pay my dues.
Yeah, yeah. So for you to touch my, no, I'm so sorry. That's not on.
I don't like it. But it's just like there's a lot of commotion around your hair. But if Sarah, oh, it's gonna get blonde highlights now. That's my isn't it? But when you do, I don't know, like an up to, I don't know, just too many questions. I don't really like it. I'm not really a fan of it. And then if you don't want to like comply to them, you know, wanting to know more about your hair, it's like, oh, so sensitive or so aggressive or that kind of thing. I don't know.
Everyday aggressive. You raise your voice, just a notch aggression. You roll your eye, aggression. Anything that a black woman does, we have to do it carefully and think about what we're going to say or the actions we're going to do, because the repercussions are always much more severe than the other counterparts.
Give like give an example of one of your experiences in the workplace.
There's probably so many that I can't even think.
That's the problem. There's so many of them that you lost count.
So many. It's just sometimes banter. It can be taken the wrong way. Sometimes, you know, Monday mornings, I'm not here for the kikis and the jokes. Sometimes I just want to get to my desk and do what I have to do. People give me that banter, oh, you had a good every night. No. I went to church and I went home. So stop asking me questions. I don't need it. And you raise your voice in the slightest. You say anything. Alright, calm down. But yeah, that's what I hate. Calm.
One thing I hate the most is when they say calm down. What should I stay calm about when I'm already calm? Like, how calm do you want me to be? I don't understand. I've had situations of when I was working in one school and we were in a staff meeting, and then I think I must have said something. They must have said that they must have complained about something, so I suggested something and they never heard me, so I repeated it again but a bit louder. And then one of my colleagues sitting next to me was just like, they're clearly airing you. Yeah. And I'm just like, no, maybe they didn't hear me. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. So I'm saying it once again. And then there was another woman who was white, and she was sitting like a few tables, or like a couple. No, she was sitting behind me actually.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. And I'm just like,
they heard her, innit?
But then if I say, yeah, but I just said that, or I gave that, I suggested that, or whatever, like, well, I don't know.
Do you know what? It's in the workplace. You just, especially as a black woman, you feel like you have to work 10 times harder, and a lot of times you still feel like you're invisible. And the only time that you're noticed is when you're either upset at something or you're involved in something that, you know, draws attention to management. But it's like you have to try really hard to fit in. And I think with most of us, we don't want to fit in. And because we don't want to get involved in their festivities or drinks after work or doing that, it's like, oh, she doesn't want to be a part of us, or she doesn't want to get involved, or she doesn't really roll with us. So it's always, I find it's harder for us to, you know, fit into the workplace.
How about like seeing black women higher up in higher positions in the workplace? Is that common in your field of work? Like, I'm saying if you're going to compare it to
There are, but I tend to find that they disassociate themselves with the whole black, not their identity, but I just feel like they tend to fit in with the boys club, and they don't acknowledge you. Not saying that because you're black we must be friends or we must stick together in the workplace, but it's always the case that it's professional, and let's leave it as that. So
I guess in the workplace the argument could be that, like, well, it has to be professional, we're in the workplace. But I find that just, I don't know a lot of, me personally, I don't know a lot of black women who are head teachers. They probably are, maybe.
there's one.
The one at
old school, yeah.
But well, I mean, I don't know if she's still there.
Yeah.
But I did hear there was a black head teacher, but I don't know many black head teachers, let alone black women head teachers. And so I'm thinking, like, okay, they say, for example, it's hard for black people to kind of maybe get up the ladder in certain things. And so if it's hard for black man in general, then it's going to be harder for a black woman because you're black and you're a woman.
Yeah.
So I don't see a lot of black women in places of power, and when they are, they can be perceived as rude, aggressive, antisocial, or, let's be quite frank, a bitch. Like, do you know what I mean? They can be given all these titles. So it's like they try to, I guess maybe in that case of the woman that you work with, she's trying to be like, okay, I finally got to a place where I want to be in my career.
Let me try and stay here.
No, I need to try and stay here. And maybe do what it takes. So maybe I can't always be like how I used to be when I was, I don't need to go lower, but when I was in the position I was before, basically. Yeah. So I don't know. I think it's quite difficult. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't see a lot of black women personally. Like, if there are loads of black head teachers out there who are women, please, I want to know them. I want to see them.
Do you know, at the same time, I feel like a lot of like positions of, not power, I shouldn't say power, but
authority.
Authority tends to be men anyway, because they have the time to sacrifice, should I say? Whereas women, it's either become wives or become mothers, so our time, it must be divided. And I think with those ridiculous work hours, and being committed to your job, missing lunch breaks, not making dinner, I think men can get away with that a bit more.
And some people might take offense to this, but that's why I say sometimes that kids can be a burden. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't want to have children. Of course I do. But when I say a burden, I mean, in reality, you're going to have to sacrifice something. Like, it tends to be the women, but it tends to be women that have to make the sacrifices. So if you want to have a baby, you're gonna have to take the sacrifice of, you know, not getting your full pay, maternity leave, taking the time out, and within that time, you don't know who else gonna come up in your workplace. And do you know what I mean? And not saying the person didn't work hard for it, but you know that if you never had that child at that time or whatever,
and when you're coming back, you're gonna have to catch up.
There you go.
So
it's
it
like,
still leaves you in the position of being behind.
And I think that's what scares me. For me, I feel like I want to reach a certain point in my career before I start having children. Yeah. But Lord knows, whenever He's ready to bless me with children, obviously I want to get married first. But whenever He's ready to bless me with children, I'm so open for it.
You have to add that disclaimer in, innit?
Yeah, I had to add a disclaimer. I want to get married first, okay? By God's grace.
Amen.
But a lot of people get uncomfortable talking about race. Like, if I ever brought up a topic or an issue about race, or if it ever came up, everyone gets uncomfortable, be like, oh, and then they start looking at you sideways like, maybe I shouldn't say that because you know what I mean? It's always something. So I feel like as black women, we have to kind of sometimes downplay how we feel about certain things, or how you can't just say how you feel. If you say how you feel, like I said, it's either you're aggressive or you're really sensitive or really emotional. It's not that deep, and they kind of downplay. I don't know. Yeah. It really bothers me. Like, even if you want to go and negotiate your pay, let's say, or say, do you know what? This is why I feel I should be on this amount, or blah, 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 blah. Like,
it's like you have to prove yourself.
You really do have to prove yourself. But whereas I know if a guy probably went in there and said, this is how much I want to be earning, da 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 da. Yeah, that's fine, John. We got you. Yeah. Yeah.
But I think it also is the guys, they're not scared to ask and demand. But as females, we tend to shy away. Like, I don't want to We think of the worst.
Oh
case
no, I ask.
scenarios.
No, sorry. If I feel like I should be getting paid a certain amount, or this is what I'm doing, which is why I should be getting paid more, I will clearly state it and I'll give the reasons why. I have no problem in doing that. Maybe at the start of my career, when I first started teaching, I was a bit more like, I don't really know what to do, I'm not really sure. But at this point, if I feel like, yes, I do deserve this, I'm going to ask for it.
If you don't ask, you don't get.
Exactly.
But it's not unknown that women get less. Naturally, like, we get less. We get paid less. Most companies, they pay women less.
I hate this.
This is a man's world.
Oh my days. So someone in your role, like let's say the role that you do, compared to
I know
other
there
guys.
is, yeah.
So literally we have to argue, but you can't be too argumentative.
Oh.
Because then you're going to come across as aggressive.
And then you get the angry black woman
I hate that.
title.
Sometimes you just have to let them
Further
know.
to the last conversation.
In regards to the email below. Like,
and you just hear your nails going.
literally, I type so fast.
Fueling the passion
I
in the
type
email.
so fast. Oh my gosh, over the last 5 years of being in education, when I'm angry about something, I love those emails. And don't get me wrong,
it's regards, not kind regards. You just get a regards.
Yeah, it's literally just regards. Or
That's it.
I just put my name at the end. I don't even say regards because nothing to regard you about. Just my name, just so you know who it is. But then I wouldn't have to resort to that if you maybe listen to me or at least acknowledged that there's something that I'm bringing to you.
If they don't acknowledge, just CC someone else in. Because we're going to take it that way. I feel like CC is like workplace, tap in, you know?
Do you know what? It's true.
CC,
I did that one time because I was on a board of governors at a school that I used to work at. And then a member of staff there, she was so disrespectful to me. And not just disrespectful to me as in like, just me and her, as in front of the students. Now here's one thing, you might have an issue but you don't do it in front of the kids because they might feel they can undermine you as well.
Course.
And in this profession where kids can be rude regardless, I'm not going to have you like fuel that or allow, you know.
And Billy will be like, shut up, I saw the way Miss Jenkins spoke to you.
That's my point. So she was so disrespectful, and as she's being disrespectful, she's like turning out, walking away from me. I'm like, no. So I can't even get 2 words in. So I now took
Let's not do this, Becky.
Mate,
let's not do this.
I took my line manager into the meeting with me because one thing I've learned is to have someone with you. So I took my line manager in with me. I stated what the problem was. My line manager agreed, like, yeah, you shouldn't have spoken to her like that. You shouldn't have done it, especially in front of kids. And this woman refused to understand where she was going from. She's not, and where I was coming from. So I now CC'd every single board of governor and the head teacher into that.
Yes, we need.
And I told her, no matter what race, gender, what position I am, whether you're higher than me or not, you don't talk to people that way. It just doesn't work. Because if I would have spoken to her like that, they would be like, oh, you know, typical black person.
Yeah.
Typical angry black woman or something like that. So much attitude and blah, blah, blah. I do not accept this and I will not tolerate that again.
That's it.
And then after that, oh, she wants to kiki and smile with me and listen.
You want a cup of tea, babe? Nah. I'm good.
Because I used to always do the raps with my classes for science. She'd be like, oh, you gonna do a rap for us?
No.
I was like, you tried it. You
they really do try, you know.
You tried
Friday, remember who you were. Keep that same energy Monday, 9 a.m. Greenwich Mean Time.
I don't know. I feel the workplace is, it doesn't always work in your favour as a woman or maybe as like a black woman.
Yeah.
And that's what I hate.
But I just feel like, be unapologetically you. Like, a lot of the times I tend to find out, oh, should I fit in? You know, or should I do my hair this way? Or should I look like these girls? And it's like, no, be you. Whether people are going to mimic you, whether they laugh at you, whether you're not included, I beg, it's not the place for you. Just trust that God will direct you somewhere else. But just be you.
It's true. Yeah. Don't feel like you have to change to the point that you don't know who you are anymore. You're not yourself. You just need to try and maintain who you are while trying to be professional. Do
you know how tiring it is to go to work, to be talking like this on the weekend, and when you get to, you're right, babe, yeah, it's weekend, yeah, gonna have a top of it? No. The alter ego that you have at work is stress, you know.
You're so
we all have a work alter ego, we do.
Okay, true.
And we talk a bit like this, yeah, you would talk like, yeah, no, let's stop, it's time consuming. It's actually tiring as well, no.
Oh my days.
So when you go home and you drop your bag, you're like, yeah?
I'm tired.
That's it. Mommy's like, can you make rice for me? Mom, make rice. That's the person you are. Keep the same energy. 2018.
You can't.
Yeah.
So your hashtag for 2018 is keep the same energy.
Energy. We need more vim.
Wow.
Yes.
You do have to adapt and adjust. I get that. but not to the point that you lose yourself.
Do not
That's
lose
my
yourself.
point.
No.
Okay.
And that's with anything in life, not just work.
It's true.
Anything,
It's true.
any relationship, anywhere you go, do not lose yourself. I'm telling you, please.
All right, auntie.
I'm telling you.
All right, auntie.
I told you.
But yeah, so that's just my view on being like a black woman in the workplace. Obviously, we have very different experiences. You're more in the corporate world. I'm in a classroom setting, but you still have to be. But it's still a, you know, in education, people higher up, it's still male dominated. Do you know what I'm saying? So I guess a lot of our experiences are similar. But thank you guys for watching, and we'll be back. Well, yeah, we will be back sometime in the future.
In the future.
Bye.
Bye.